Now I know you probably read the title of this video and you were like, how is that even possible? And what can I really say? I guess I'm just a man of many talents. But yo, what's up YouTube? We're back at it like a crack addict, and ladies and gentlemen, finally, welcome back to another episode of Storytime with Pav. So in the first episode of Storytime with Pav, we talked about the time that me and my grandma watched a live sex celebration together. On the second episode, I told you about the time I ordered WrestleMania 20 times. But now we're back, and this is honestly my personal favorite story from my childhood. The time I got suspended from elementary school all because of a WWE video game. Alright, so this story takes place back in 2006. Little Pav was in his prime. I was 8 years old. I was the biggest Spider-Man fan, the biggest X-Men fan, the biggest John Cena fan, the biggest wrestling fan. I was living my best life. I had my PS2, I had my PSP, I had all the video games I really wanted, kind of. I would play outside with my friends, I had my BMX, I was literally living the life that any 8-year-old in 2006 would want to live. Minus the fact that I was kind of scared the entire year that I was going to die, because in 06, it was also going to be 666, June 6, 2006. Yeah, someone convinced me that the devil was going to spawn in, so the whole year I thought that I was going to die on June 6, 2006. But regardless of the possibility of the devil spawning in, I was truly living my best life. But in my grade 2 class, I had one really close friend and his name was Andrew. And what I loved about Andrew was he was just as big of a wrestling fan back then as I was. So every day we'd be talking about the stupidest wrestling shit you could possibly imagine. Yo, Andrew, you know like John Cena's like really strong and stuff? Do you think like he could survive a bullet? Like what if like one day Triple H just shot him? Do you think he'd survive? And also during this time, as you guys know from many of my videos, this was also the peak of my wrestling video game fandom. At home, I had my PlayStation 2, I had an SVR 06, SVR, Here Comes the Pain, 3 wrestling games that I loved more than anything. So every night, you already know I was having the time of my life playing those video games. But there was one video game that I was sadly missing from my collection that I really missed. See, when I first played a PlayStation 2, the first wrestling game I ever played was SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. And this video game was legendary, okay? When I first played this, it blew my mind. I went from N64 WrestleMania 2000 to SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. It was mind-blowing. That was the video game that made me want a PlayStation 2. But I didn't have that game anymore. I traded it in back in 04 for Here Comes the Pain. But ever since then, I had like this hole in my heart. I really wanted SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I missed being Spider-Man and pew pew swinging everywhere on my entrance. I missed being, the Undertaker and driving around my motorcycle, or being Jeff Hardy and stealing the Undertaker's motorcycle. I missed jumping off the SmackDown stage for absolutely no reason, because SmackDown Shut Your Mouth was an amazing game. So I never was able to get back Shut Your Mouth. But Andrew in my class had that game. So every single day I would ask him, Andrew, please, can I borrow SmackDown Shut Your Mouth? I am begging you. Every single day I would ask him, and every single time he would say no. And that would just hurt. I was so sad, but I get it, okay? The reason he wouldn't let me borrow it, not because he didn't want me to, but he had an older brother. And his older brother wasn't gonna let little Andrew give away SmackDown Shut Your Mouth for a weekend. This clearly never made any sense to me because I was an only child, and to me it's like, bro, fuck your brother, who cares, just give me the game. As the weeks went by, my hunger for Shut Your Mouth just kept growing and growing, and then everything changed on this fateful day in what I assume was either April or May 2006. So my elementary school was huge. It looked sort of something like this. There were so many kids, the school was basically overflowing that they had portables beside the school for little, classes. And all of the grade 2 classes were in the portables, including my class. So one day while sitting in my little grade 2 class in my portable, just chilling, living my best life, I had the idea of once again to ask Andrew if I could borrow SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. But this time I didn't just ask him. I just went up there and I'm like, yo, Andrew, I will do anything you want me to do. Can I please just borrow SmackDown Shut Your Mouth for the weekend? That is exactly where I played myself. And Andrew just sat there like, okay, what should I make this buffoon do? And then I swear to God, it was like a light bulb just went on in his head. So over the past few months, me and Andrew would always joke around about, oh, wouldn't it be so funny if one of us pulled a fire alarm? Like, haha, it would be so cool, so much fun. Well, guess what Andrew told me to do? So Andrew just looks at me and says, if you pull the fire alarm, I will let you borrow SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. And as soon as he said that, I'm like, let's get it, let's go. That is light work, it's easy, that's it. You want me to flip a switch? I flip switches all the time. This is light work. So the challenge was accepted. I'm down for the cause, I'm down for the action. So what do? I sit back on my seat and I just raise my hand. And the teacher, her name was Miss Ramos, Sergio Ramos's, I don't know, long lost sister or something. She hated me. She actually hated me. I don't know why. I barely did anything. Okay, I didn't do anything too crazy, but she just hated me, okay? I don't know, she just hated me. And she just looks at me like, yes, Pav, what do you want? Miss, can I please go to the bathroom? I really need to go to the bathroom, like really bad. All right, yeah, go. And I was amped, but the problem is, because we're in a portable, to avoid possibly getting kidnapped, you couldn't go to the washroom alone. You had to bring someone with you. You needed a washroom buddy. So then the teacher asked, does anyone else need to go to the washroom? And I'm looking at Andrew like, yo, bro, let's go. Raise your hand. We can do this together. Let's go. But he never does. He doesn't raise his hand. Apparently, he doesn't want to go. So some next jabroni puts his hand up. Miss, I want to go. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the story, a kid named Brayden. And me and Brayden just happily, we just walk out and we're going to the washroom. Little does he know, I'm going in for a mission. He's actually going to the washroom, but I'm just here focused, like, all right, it's go time. This is it. This is like GTA San Andreas. The mission has just started. No checkpoints, no nothing. Let's just go. So we go inside, we go to the washroom, and this kid is actually using the washroom. He's really peeing. Meanwhile, I'm just there. I'm just staring into the mirror, and I swear to God, you would think it's 8 Mile and I'm Eminem and I'm about to have the biggest rap battle of my life. Fam, I'm just there like,
if you had one shot.
I was in the zone. I was there. Luckily, there's no mom spaghetti anywhere, but I was in it. Brayden's just looking at me like, Pav, you're not gonna pee? I may have washed my hands a few times to keep busy, but I'm amped, I'm tense, I'm ready to go, I'm down for the action. So me and Brayden, we head out the washroom. We're walking our merry little way back to the class. And as soon as we're about to go outside and push the doors, I'm like, Brayden, wait, stop. He's like, oh, what's up? And at this moment, there's a fire alarm right on the side beside the doors. I'm like, Brayden, watch this. I grab the fire alarm thing and just boom. And all you hear is beep, beep, beep. And it starts going off. There's like lights flashing everywhere. You think it's like DEFCON 5. Yo, it looks like there's an attack happening at the school. Brayden's just looking at me like, yo, what the hell did you just do? I'm just there like, I don't know, don't worry, let's go, let's run. But Brayden, he liked it. Brayden was actually happy. He was amped. So he started jumping around. I started jumping around. We're like smiling, jumping, goofing around. We run outside the doors. We're like jumping together like we just won the NBA Finals. I just hit a game winner, swish. And we're just celebrating. We're literally celebrating like we won the Stanley Cup or something. We're going mental. And all you see in the background is just kids just filing out. Just mayhem, pandemonium, teachers running out, kids just running, just walking everywhere. But I swear it was mayhem, because the thing is, no teacher was prepared for this. The only fire alarm drills we used to have were drills, like to practice. This was no drill. No teacher saw this coming, so instead they think something's actually on fire. And then you hear sirens, just wee-oo, wee-oo, and like 3-4 fire trucks just vroom, vroom, just pulling up. And we're just looking at each other like, oh. I didn't think a fire truck was gonna pull up, let alone 4. Which is kind of stupid. Okay, I don't know. Obviously, a fire truck is gonna pull up if you pull the fucking fire alarm. But I don't know. I didn't think of it, okay? I didn't think it was that serious. But you have these men in like their outfits and they're running inside like something went down. They're getting their hoses ready and they look through every single classroom. It took 40 minutes. They looked through every single room, crook and cranny to find a fire. They couldn't find it. But after 40 minutes, it's done. They announced, all right, guys, everyone can go back to their class. Done. Mission accomplished. That was it. It's fine. We pulled the fire alarm. Nobody was hurt. The firemen are gonna go back. Everything's fine. Everything is cool. We're going back to our classroom. I'm sitting there. I'm all happy. I'm talking to Andrew. I'm like, all right, man, you better bring the game tomorrow. Let's go. Like, I was so happy. Okay. All I had to do to get a video game, I didn't have to beg my mom. I didn't have to steal any money. I didn't have to rob a store. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to, literally nothing. All I did was pull a fire alarm and now I'm gonna get a game for the weekend. Shit, I should do this shit every week. and I was chilling, I was in my zone, just enjoying my time. But as every single troublemaker knows, when you do anything bad in school, as much as you want to chill, you're still on high alert because there's one thing that will forever terrify you when you know you've done something bad. Teacher's phone ring. And once I hit the little beep 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 beep, I just knew it. I knew it. I'm like, the teacher's phone never rings unless someone's about to get clapped. Yeah, I'll send them over. Braden, Pav, the vice principal wants to see you. Okay, it's cool. It's fine. We're walking away. We're going to the principal's office. You know, it's probably just a coincidence. Oh, maybe they want to ask if we saw who pulled the fire alarm, right? Whatever. Don't say anything. Don't answer any questions. At this point, I felt like in grade 2 that I was little Braden's lawyer. Listen, they have no evidence. They don't know anything. Just deny, deny, deny. I got it from here. We're good. This guy doesn't even know me. We're not even friends. Even friends in grade 2 will snitch on you. Obviously, this random kid will. But whatever, Braden comes out, then it's my turn. So I go in there, I'm just straight deny mode. Everything he asked me, nope, 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 wasn't me. Shout out to the boy Shaggy, I didn't do anything. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Fire alarm? What fire alarm? I was just in the washroom, I was peeing, I come out, all I hear is beep, beep, beep. And I was scared, I was nervous, like, oh no, where's my class? I tried my best to play it off, but he wouldn't fold. He kept telling me, I know you did it. I know you did it. Tell me, I know you did it. So when he kept saying that, I'm like, okay, no, it wasn't me. Okay, no, it wasn't me. It was Braden. So my defense just became, blame the other guy, blame him, blame Braden. So he's like, oh, it was Braden. Okay, well, let's bring Braden in here. So Braden comes in, I'm sitting there, the VP is just there. And for the next 3 hours, we just kept blaming each other. It was him. No, it was him. It was him. It was him. And I tried everything. I'm like, he's a maniac, sir. He's crazy. I don't know why he pulled it. He just pulled it. And then he ran away. And he told me if I told anyone that he would hurt me. And then Braden's just like, no, he's the maniac. He was smiling. He was laughing. He was jumping. And then for 3 hours, like I said, we just kept blaming each other. And he keeps trying to force me to confess. But I knew I couldn't. I can't, because if I confess, I might get SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, but my parents are gonna beat me so bad that the PS2 might work, but my hands are not gonna be working. So I knew I could not confess because I knew I would be in deep, deep trouble, because he kept telling me things like, oh, did you know that 4 fire trucks came? What if there was a fire down the road? Those trucks would have been busy here. People would have died in that house fire. And I'm just there like, okay. Okay. They tried everything to guilt me into it, and I tried my best to never fold, but they got me. They knew exactly what to say to get me to confess. I'll just suspend both of you guys, 5 days each, and I'll get the police and fire marshal to come in here to talk to you guys about the consequences of what you guys did. Once I heard 5 days suspension, and I heard the police is gonna come and the fire marshal is gonna come, No, I started sweating. I probably got red. I was shook. There is no way I can let that happen. Because this punishment was bad, okay? War criminals get nicer punishments than this. Instead, I was basically getting a death sentence for an 8-year-old. But then he said, well, unless one of you guys tell me the truth, because honest people, they get lesser punishments. They get the easy punishments. What kind of easier punishments, sir? Well, I don't know, nothing, probably something easy, just nowhere near 5 days, no fire marshal, no need for any of that. I just want the truth. And at that moment, I folded. I don't know why I did it. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. It was me. And I was fine. Honestly, I was kind of happy. I was relieved. I'm like, all right, it's out. I told them, whatever. I'm gonna get a lesser punishment. No more suspension for 5 days. No police marshal, this guy, that guy. I'm good. I'm chilling, I thought, whatever. I'll get some detention, clean up the halls or something. Do some community service around the school. I don't know, whatever. Something easy, something chill. And I was happy. I was relieved. Braden got excused. He went. He's good. He's chilling. And I'm there like, okay, sir. What's my punishment? I'm kind of excited. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, Pav, it takes a big person to do something like this, to tell the truth and be honest. I really respect you for this. I'm like, yeah, sir. No, you know what? The pleasure's all mine. Thank you. Thank you for working this deal out with me. And then he fucked me. Okay, not like that. But then he clapped me. What does he say? All right, yeah, I'll take it down from 5 days. You're only suspended for 2 days now. I'm sorry, what? Suspended? Still? What the If I knew I was still gonna get suspended, why would I confess? I would have just kept denying. What the hell were they possibly gonna do? I literally thought I would get away with it. Like, oh, whatever, detention. No, suspended 2 days. What the hell am I gonna tell my parents that I got suspended for 2 days? Like, what? Done deal. They signed everything. I am suspended. They're calling home and they're trying to get in touch with my mom or my dad and tell them like, hey, can you please pick up your stupid ass son who pulled a fire alarm? He's suspended for 2 days. My mom was at work, couldn't be contacted. My dad actually worked the night shift the night before, so he was sleeping. He was obviously, tired. He had to wake up soon, had a night shift the same night. He didn't want to pick up any phone calls, so they kept calling, but it was my grandma picking up. And every time she'd pick up, she would just say, no English, click. They just sent me home. They're like, okay, Pav, you live close enough. Why don't you just walk home? I was 8 years old and they don't let me go to the washroom by myself, but now they're gonna let me just walk home because no one's picking up? But yeah, that's what they did. For some reason, they just let me walk home. I went back, got my things from my classroom, got my bag on, and they just sent me home. That is the most irresponsible thing ever. But apparently they'd rather me do that than wait for someone to pick me up at my normal time of 3 p.m. No, they needed me out of the building at 1 p.m. because apparently I'm a most wanted fugitive and I need to be disciplined or something. So I was just so scared, just walking home all depressed and sad, trying to think like, what am I going to tell my parents? What am I going to do? How do I survive this? And then all I see is a white car just driving towards me. It was my dad's car. So my dad is driving to me, he pulls up and I'm just so scared. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. This is it. This is the end. Goodbye, Pav. Nice knowing you. Your dad, who just worked a 12-hour night shift, got woken up by stupid phone calls from your school. Your dad is going to beat your ass. You are done. You were useless. You're suspended for 2 days. Your life's over. I get in the car and I'm just bracing. And he's just there like, Wajanda, Koina, Chal. Just was driving back home. In Punjabi, what he basically said was, it's fine, it happens, whatever, let's go home. And he just drove home. Thank God that he was way too tired to want to discipline me. We just get home, he just gets up, goes back to sleep, and I'm just sitting there with my bag, just mad awkward, just got suspended for 2 days from school for the stupidest thing. Mom comes home, dad's like, all right, let's talk about it. I'm like, I just start crying, to be honest. I just start crying and I play the victim card. I'm like, Mom, it wasn't me. It was him. He pulled the fire alarm. He's crazy. He's a maniac and he blamed it on me. He said he was going to beat me up if I told, and I'm sorry. I had no choice. I don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. And they believe me. I kayfabed them. I finessed them, whatever you want to call it. I worked them into a shoot, brother. I did it. And they weren't mad. They believed me. They're like, it's okay, it happens. Just stay away from him. Don't hang around with bad kids like that. And I beat the system. So it went from being a suspension to 2 days away from school, just chilling. Parents at work are sleeping. I was playing video games. I got 2 days off. And I knew that when I came back, I was gonna have to shut your mouth for 3 days. I was just so happy. I got away with pulling the fire alarm. I got suspended. I beat the system. I was the GOAT. But in case you haven't noticed, Storytime with Pav doesn't usually end in a happy ending. Go back to school. I'm feeling all nice. That day, when you come back after being suspended, because I've been suspended more than once. You feel you have a little swagger. You're all like, sit down, look at Andrew. I'm like, yo, what's good? What's good? I'm back. Where's the game, bro? My brother said I can't let you borrow it. I'm just there like, what the fuck do you mean your brother said? What? Did you tell your brother that I just pulled a fire alarm for this video game? No. Well, Andrew, that's a pretty big fucking detail. You should probably tell him that your boy pulled a fire alarm for this shit. So I'm getting mad and I was ready. I'm like, you know what? I'll get suspended a second time. I don't care. I was pissed. I was angry. I wanted my stupid game. I just wanted to be Spider-Man in a wrestling game. I wanted to shut your mouth. But this buffoon, this guy couldn't bring it back. He couldn't hold it down for me. He couldn't let me borrow it for 3 days. Let me borrow it for 1 day. Let me just get a taste. Please, I was literally like a crack fiend, itching for shut your mouth. Going through desperate measures. This was like Requiem for a Dream. SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, the grade 6 edition. I was like itching and fiending. But he couldn't hold it down for me. So I was pissed and I hated him. I was like, no, you're not my friend anymore. I hate you. Don't talk to me. Get away from me. And I look around and I'm pissed. And I'm trying to find Brayden. Brayden's not there. I'm like, guys, where's Brayden? Oh, Brayden actually got suspended like 2 days ago. He like swore at the teacher or something, and now he's suspended for like 3 days. Brayden, what the you wanted to get suspended that bad? Why couldn't you just take the fall for me then? Why did you? Oh my! Now my record's all messed up. My parents, even though I think I finessed them, they probably know deep down that their son's an idiot. You want to get suspended that bad? Why couldn't you just do it 2 days ago? So I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? Now the teacher, Miss Ramos, hates me more than anything. She hated me so much, she took me away from my seating plan and put me in the corner of the classroom all by myself. So everyone was in a group, together. She treated me like I was some psychopath maniac that can't interact with other people. Like apparently I'm like mentally challenged, and put me in the corner of the class with my desk facing the wall. So in class, I couldn't talk to anyone. Every week, I had to have a meeting with the vice principal to make sure we're on the same page and I won't act out again and pull random fire alarms or something. I didn't get smacked down, shut your mouth. Brayden got suspended for something totally different. He could have just saved me from getting suspended, but no, apparently he really wanted to get suspended. And I'm just sitting there, no smackdown, shut your mouth. No video game, for nothing. All I wanted was smackdown, shut your mouth. Look at the lengths I went just to get SmackDown shut your mouth. I thought I beat the system. I thought I did everything. And at the end of the day, it was my mouth that got shut. What a lifestyle and what a time to be alive. And that ends the trilogy of Storytime with Pav. The first 3 are done. Let me know in the comments below, out of the 3, what was your favorite story? And also let me know any other thoughts you have on your boy playing the fire alarm. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love making these type of videos. A lot more funky special content, more interpersonal content coming soon. And also, might be a little podcast that I might be starting. If you're interested, let me know below, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later for the next one. Peace out. Take it easy.